Is this the routine?
Pretty much.
8 years. Say 50 weeks in a year, that's 400 weeks. 5 days a week with 5 hours travelling each day. 25, 400 by 25. That's 10,000 hours. How many hours in a year? Have you any idea?
8,760.
So Jerry spent over a year on a train. That's crazy.
Well, you have to get to work.
Do you realise that you spend more time travelling than you do with Hilly and the kids?
Are you saying it's not worth living out here?
Well, makes you wonder.
Alison, why did Jerry bring you to Suffolk?
Get away from his mum. At least that's what she thinks. Thought. Thinks.
No sign of Piggy Nichols.
I wasn't looking.
Haven't seen him since. What are you hoping to achieve?
Information. Understanding. I've got to get out of this uncertainty. What am I? Married? Deserted? Widowed? What is it I haven't known for 16 years? Or haven't seen? Or haven't admitted I've seen? So I'm meeting the man that Jerry shared an office with. You've been a great disappointment, Richard.
Me? What have I done?
That's it. Nothing. You should be able to tell all sorts of things about Jerry.
Proverbial closed book.
After a whole year sitting opposite him in the train?
2 things. Reads the Telegraph in the morning, the Standard in the evening, and sleeps a lot. Hilly and I were talking the other night.
Don't stop.
What?
Communicating.
Oh, no. No, all I was saying was that, well, women don't know enough about what their husbands do. But take me. I'm an accountant, huh? And what does Hilly know about that? Bob Cratchit with a ledger, high desk, quill pen.
Oh, come on. I think she's better informed than that.
No, what I mean is, well, we stop knowing each other.
Ah.
I am sorry I've kept you waiting.
No, I was early. Security wouldn't let me go up.
They'd get a rocket if they did.
It gave me time to wonder what Jerry thought as he did this each day.
And?
I was blank. Is this significant?
Who knows? Come on. Hello.
You busy, Pat?
Oh, frantic. We have got a computer engineer who refuses to get up. Says there's no point.
Hard to argue with.
I've just been shouting through his letterbox. Haven't spent so much time on my knees since I was at St. Teresa's.
What's Craig like?
Difficult. To be handled with a lion tamer's chair.
Were you friends or colleagues?
We endured one another.
You used to travel around together, sometimes as much as 2 nights a week. Yes?
Not recently.
Sometimes.
Aye.
How did he behave?
Oh, impeccably. He'd never leave without tipping his hat to say, thank you for having me.
All right, I'll come out. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Denying us your company again.
You live.
The whisper of Nyland as she crosses her legs, it's like electricity down my spine.
Why is it that you need to be so unpleasant?
Listen, the police won't break the law down, but they will help you to do it. Yes, I know it's a technicality, but that is how the law works. All right, phone me back.
He walked out, didn't he, poor bastard? Did you ever ask yourself why?
What the hell do you think I'm here?
What was it he was looking for? What was it he was missing and not getting?
If you have something to tell, tell me.
I'll say this once, and only once. You asked for this meeting, I didn't. Pat King asked me to talk to you. Well, I'm talking. You ask, and I'll answer.
Have you any idea where Jerry went?
None at all. Next.
Were you surprised when he disappeared?
Surprised. I didn't think he had the gravel.
Had you discussed it?
Not in so many words.
Did he vandalize the office? You know, the green ink?
I know what vandalize means. He implied that he did. Yes, he did it.
Why?
It was his way of celebrating a happy event. You just told him you were in pod, remember?
You're good with words, aren't you?
I'm not English. The subtler nuance, you know? They escape me.
When you travelled around
We've
together,
done that.
what sort of things did he do in the evenings?
You're a masochist, lady.
I need to know.
You're asking me if he was a womanizer. Up here, yes. As guilty as all get out. But no, not where it counts. I was one of the boys. First up to the counter with his shout, aye, all of that. But no chat-ups in hotel lounges. None of those one-night stands. And it's all there. You don't even have to move out of the hotel. Anyway, we never go on the road anymore. The money men have taken over.
Something got him running.
The question is, was he running to something or from something?
You just tell me where. I'll work the rest out.
Make this the last. He took a week off run about Easter. He met someone.
Somebody special?
Aye.
All right, Sergeant. I'll be round as soon as I can. I've just got one little item to tie up first. OK, fine. Bye.
Prepared for every emergency. Well, at least I can pretend it's the alcohol.
Needs a personality transplant, doesn't he? Was he any help?
He says Jerry met someone last Easter, before he took to the road.
Did you suspect it?
Well, you suspect everything. I had him under trains, drowned in the reservoir, living in a Moroccan harem, everything.
But you suspected something?
With hindsight, yes.
I've talked to people in the company. If somebody walks off, it's a blot on my copybook. I should have known.
Well, if I didn't, I don't know how you could.
Everybody says how good he was at his work. And yet, nobody seems to have known him. It seems he was conscientious, diligent. But he doesn't seem to have registered as a person. No quirks, no funny anecdotes. How much does Craig know about this woman?
Nothing. So he says.
I'll have another go at him.
So, there I was like a diver on the edge of a board, teetering.
Never as bad as it seemed.
A lot nicer, in fact.
I only bring impressionable ladies here in my cutting a dash mood.
Well, sir, I am very impressed with your dash. Such a morning. I needed some life-saving.
And you thought of me. That's good. It's the best thing that's happened to me since I last saw you.
Thank you for the flowers.
So, you're going to pursue it? You're going to try and find the other woman?
Yes, if I can. You wouldn't?
Well, I'm not sure that I'm the best person to ask.
Why's that?
I'm an interested party. Perhaps more than interested.
Yes, but at the hotel, you said that you'd need to know.
I remember.
You see, it isn't merely a question of finding Jerry.
I understand that. But I think differently now. You've been through a lot of angst, but it's time to let go. Time you started living your life. Be more selfish. Go back to where you were before you married. Pick it up from there.
It's easy to say.
Don't get sidetracked. If you do, you'll always regret it.
Oh, yes, fine, thanks.
Thank you. Anything planned for the weekend?
The weekend?
Half term.
Oh, no. May see you up there, collecting.
Why not? Lunch at our hotel.
Okay. Friday, 12:30ish?
If you do find out who the lady is, what then?
Confront her, I guess.
Come out fighting and may the best man win?
Something like.
It won't pan out that way. It never does.
Cynic.
Realist. You probably end up liking her.
Why?
Men often...
Repeat their mistakes? Oh, you nearly said it.
Right, well, let me say something else. I'm attracted to you. I hope you're attracted to me. But at the moment, your life is... your feelings are confused. Believe me, I don't want to do anything that'll add to the confusion.
It's too late for that. Tell me, at the hotel, why didn't you twist my arm?
God knows. I'm not usually that honourable.
It was impressive.
It wasn't meant to be.
I didn't say that. You're touchy.
When it's important.
It was a sensitive piece of behaviour.
Not premeditated, I assure you.
Okay.
Just that there was something there that was too good to ruin. If things don't work out, or even if they do, I'm always at the end of a phone, no matter where I am.
That's a good feeling.
Those Skittles next time.
And lots of champagne then.
Lots. Diet of champagne, cow pie and Wagner. How does that grab you?
Sounds great. Oh, dear.
Come on. That won't do. You've got to be tough.
Right now, I feel about as tough as a jelly.
Haven't lost my card.
Is that likely? Desperate Dan on the back?
It's where our Jerry went at Easter.
I see. May I read it?
Huh?
So how come I didn't find this when I cleared Jerry's desk?
Oh, it might have been because I removed it. That was way back in my uncooperative past.
Oh, you've changed.
And you didn't notice. Was just getting my things together. You know, kit and caboodle. I'm being moved.
Oh, yes, I heard.
Nothing to do with you, I hope.
No, not guilty.
So I thought. What the hell? For what it's worth, it's yours.
The lady with the lotus, eh?
You gotta go, that's the way to do it.
When he came back, did you talk about it?
Only vaguely.
Well, don't tell me you weren't curious. So what did he say?
He didn't say much at all. The impression was she was special, upmarket, hence the lotus. And nothing. Zero. Zilch.
I don't believe it. You're too curious. You couldn't sit there day after day knowing what he was going through.
Nothing.
Thank you.
She wants to thank me in person. Tell her she knows where to find me.
Stanmore, isn't it?
I don't get it. Don't get what? Well, you go to town, you meet this Scots joker, yet you behave like Alice after... Oh, I've got it. Got what? You've seen him again. Ooh, your fella, haven't you?
Yes.
Tell you one thing, he's good for you.
I feel alive with him. I don't know, Hill. I've met him only twice, and yet... How is it that you can live with someone for so long, be so close, and yet know so little?
Thought any more about money? How are you going to manage?
Yes, I went to see the solicitor last week. We're going to try and let the house. A long-term lease, ideally an American Air Force family.
Where would you live?
A little cottage, somewhere local. What seems to have happened, doesn't it? Crisis is a growth point. Did you know that? The lady from the marriage guidance told me. Oh, here we go.
Walberswick, the Bell Hotel. And she signed it, the lady with the lotus.
What's that supposed to mean? A car?
Apparently. Sounds a ritzy lady.
Oh. Right. Okay, I'll follow it up.
Don't forget, brother, not husband, missing brother.
Right. What do we do? Ask to see the register?
Bit crass, isn't it?
Greasy's palm?
What's the going rate?
The greasy palms? How the hell should I know?
Let's play it by ear.
God, Philip Marlowe never had this problem.
Finished?
Very nice.
Cool.
Good news and bad news.
Oh, no.
First, the good bit. Yes, they do know the lady with the lotus. Incidentally, it's fire engine red.
It would be.
Now the bad news is the publican who really knows her, and he's out.
How long?
Could be 10 minutes, could be an hour.
Could be one more beer, could be two.
That's what I thought. You know something? You've never said what you think of Jerry.
God, that's a conversation stopper.
Oh, come on. 10 years or more. It's a fair old time.
But you're my friend, not him. He's polite, pleasant, I always think of him as being young. Though I know he's a couple of years older than us. 5, but who's counting? I don't understand his humour. I always feel he's mocking me.
You know, the Fletcher's party. I couldn't go, I had the flu. Remember? How did he behave?
Fine.
Did he look then like a man that was 2 weeks off running away?
Actually, he did something rather sweet. You know, Susie Brooks? Well, she was about 6 months pregnant, so she couldn't drink. She got very maudlin and weepy. A real pain in the neck. Well, he spent hours chatting to her.
Didn't realise he knew her.
I don't think he did. I think he was just being nice to her.
1 Red Lotus, yes?
That's right. Do you know her?
Oh, that I do. Via the car. She used to park it out front. God, made me sick with anxiety every time someone drove past.
Does she come here regularly?
Oh, a couple of times a year, that's all.
Was she here at Easter?
Easter. Can't say offhand. She was here this year, most definite. Spring, yeah, I reckon that could be Easter.
What's her name?
Barbara. Barbara Louth.
Is she local?
Come from Beccles. Red Lotus and Beccles. Do you look her up in the phone book? Can't miss her. Nothing else?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
All right, it's a pleasure.
I can't believe it. End of the trail.
You're going to do it today?
Yes, I have to. If I put it off now, I'll never do it. Good luck. Luck? What I really need is courage.
So, now that you have mellowed with Frank Manner's retirement, Sherry,
That'll be the day.
are you going to tell me the rest of the Jerry Reynolds saga?
You know, on the surface, you're a scheming, devious hussy with a steeped hand.
I'm still a scheming and devious hussy. Are you two still in touch?
No comment.
Does no comment mean I don't know? Or I've stopped playing?
It means no comment. You know, getting a member of staff drunk, the affluence of alcohol to obtain information, that's highly unprofessional conduct. You could be struck off.
In this case, it is highly professional. Besides, you don't get drunk. You just play at it, like everything else. This Celtic hard-nose. Why did he go?
Ah,
Is that an answer?
maybe it's simple, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry,
If you're looking for somewhere to snog, come back in 10 minutes and I'll fit you in.
Snog? Even your slang's 20 years out of date.
All that life ahead of you. Doesn't it make you jealous?
You were about to tell me why Jerry left.
Every time you have your shampoo and set, it's there in the women's magazines. He left for the same reason any man leaves home. He was smothering to death with inertia. Life was intolerable. His wife didn't give him what he needed. A home to feel comfortable in. Love, care, monosodium glutamate, whatever it is you people want.
All that?
Aye.
Well, how do you know?
I know. I've got eyes I can see. And I'll tell you something else. Deep down she knows. Junie Moon. In here. The gut. Sooner or later she'll have to admit it herself.
When all this is over, we ought to do the Alan Craig story.
What I could tell would fill Hampden Park. And still leave enough over for extra time. It was about 5 years ago. She was a nice lass. Some other time. It's heavy, doom-laden stuff. More obscene than obscene. Sadly.
Well, if you ever need to lighten the load, You know where to find me.
You're a good chap, Pat from Personnel. I can't say fairer than that. And I'll deny it in the morning.
Hi.
Barbara Louth?
I have been accused of many things.
Does she live here?
She does indeed. Do you want to see her?
If I might.
Come in. You're not expecting lunch, no?
No.
Good. Ah, visitor for you.
Oh, I don't know who you are, but can you stop a hollandaise sauce from curdling?
Sometimes.
So can I sometimes, but not today.
I'm Alison Reynolds. Jerry's Alison, if that means anything.
Of course it does.
Is that war between Jerry?
The same.
I'll go leave you to Tanata.
Oh, you don't have to.
Fresh cream, half of unsalted butter, nice piece of dolciolata, etc., etc. Won't fetch themselves.
See you there.
No doubt I'll see you again.
Does Jerry know that you've come?
Jerry?
Obviously not. Why? How his glasses, he got confused, thought they were for goldfish. You look like your picture. Cheers.
He showed you?
You know men. Do you know that Thurber cartoon of the couple sitting up in bed with a seal behind them? Well, in our case, it wasn't a seal, it was you. Oh, we're having a dinner party. Watercress soup, poached salmon, salad, the cheese board, and strawberries. Sound all right to you?
I didn't come to discuss menus.
Oh, no, of course not. I'm sorry. How is property business needs what they call an injection of capital. City types, pinstripe minds, I'm on my last millimetre of fingernail.
Can you tell me how
How
you...
on earth did you find me? I'm most impressed.
Your postcard.
Oh, yes. Seems to have caused quite a stir, all right.
Can I ask you some questions now?
Why not? If I don't answer, it's because I don't like the question.
How did you meet Jerry?
On the beach. A grain of sand pinged into my eye. Or was it that one? I don't remember. Anyway, it was all very brief encounterish. Jerry thought it was a huge joke.
And you spent the next couple of days together?
Won't put you off if I chop, will it?
Is Howie your husband?
No, Howard's my lover. Marvellously brazen word, isn't it? My husband, bless him, is no more.
As you have Howard, why did you want Jerry?
Now, that's unfair. Makes me sound like a collector. Besides, we had a really pleasant time together. He's lively company. Watercress. Could easily be
lettuce, cucumber, or watery avocado. The dud avocado. Do you remember that? Compulsory reading in my youth. Kenneth Tynan's first wife. Can't remember her name. Do you make homemade soup?
No, the children don't like them.
Oh. Children.
When did you last see Jerry?
This isn't court, is it? Must be me. Jerry, when? Month ago, maybe more. Is that when he left you? He arrived absolutely empty-handed. I felt hellish guilty. He thought that I was going to run away with him, or said he did. Well, look around. I mean, nobody runs away from all of this.
Or Howard.
Well observed. Cost an arm and a leg, this kitchen bit.
Are you his understanding with Howard? His little peccadillos?
Oh, darling, at my age, what alternative do I have?
You're well off.
Yes, well, so's Howard, damn it. Can't last, won't last, but it's a ball while it does. Besides, what's the sense in being married? Just not to be lonely when you're old. Screw that.
Have you any idea where Jerry went?
No. None at all. Truth to tell, sorry, he didn't want me. Not really. Not deep down, all the way down.
Well, he obviously didn't want me.
Not at that moment, no, that's true. According to the Buddha, life is suffering, but if you're very lucky, you don't have to suffer too much. Point is, it helps you to get more kick out of the good times. No, what Jerry really wanted was to be free, to float, drift a little. He's 12 years older than Howard, a good 10 years younger, if you know what I mean.
I'm learning.
Jerry'll come back when he's ready.
That presupposes that I'll be ready to take him back.
I agree. Doormats are for feet. Oh, I'm the last person to lecture about marriage. God knows my own was spotty enough. But you can't starve a man, then when he turns elsewhere...
Starve him?
Dundee. Elaine Dundee, that was the name, wrote that book. Yeah, the trouble with marriage is it rarely lives up to its own pre-publicity.
I still don't get that bit about starving. How was Jerry being starved?
It's awful supper. We've got to eat at 6. 4, 6, at 6. In time to be at the Snape by 8. Ever go to Milton's?
I went once some years ago.
Why I should play Marjorie Proops, God alone knows. But when you first married, Jerry probably wanted to play caveman. Provide you with everything, be the centre of your world, right?
I don't know. I suppose so.
Be sceptical. What the hell does she know? Surprising how soon that world shrinks to nappy-san and floor polish.
I'm back.
Did you get everything?
If I had to live over...
I'd live over that delicatessen.
Darling, that's pre-W.C. Fields dialogue.
Any man who hates dogs and children can't be all bad.
Yeah, one thing I hate about this generation is that they have no idols of their own, no literate ones. And they keep stealing from my generation.
Oh, come on, Bar. We know you're as old as God. But Fields was pre-45.
He died on Christmas Day.
Very appropriate.
Yeah.
I must go. I hope the dinner's a success.
It will be a triumph.
Not better than that.
You'll charm them out of their pants.
Oh, I see. That sort of dinner party. Good luck, Alison.
I don't know what was said in there, but, she's a smashing lady. I hope you find Jerry, if that's what you want.
It's what I came here for.
Lots of people go looking for things, never really wanting to find them.
True.
By the way, your near front tire's a little low, needs some air.
Yes, I'll try and remember. Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks.
I thought my timing was rather good.
It's improving.
You sure there's enough salmon?
Well, of course there's enough. It is dinner for 6, isn't it?
6.
Yes or no?
Not sure. Split pea?
Bastard.
Tell you something, Jerry Whatnall wants his brains testing.
She's too mature for you, Fido. He gave up smoking for me so he could taste me.
Did you tell her?
What do you think?
Good. I like happy endings.
You're soppy. That's what I like about you.
And I thought it was my laser-sharp mind.
That too, of course. Just one worry. She might outgrow him.
What was she like? A rich bitch?
Rather nice. Pretty. Lots of style. Sexy.
Married?
No, widow with live-in boyfriend.
Where did Jerry fit in?
He didn't. What I can't fathom. I admit I'm not as bright as I used to think, but how is it that everyone saw something that eluded me?
Wife's always the last, isn't she?
Oh, God, he never finishes anything, Barry. Oh, sorry to ask you again, Hilly, but could you look after him tomorrow when I collect Jason?
OK. He and Peter seem to be striking up something of a friendship.
I won't be late back. I've got an American coming at 6.
Oh, that was quick.
It's just a formality. If the sitting room isn't so much by so much, you can't have a major, you can only have a sergeant, that sort of thing. I don't care who it is, so long as they pay.
What is it?
One thing I learnt today from Barbara Louth. I am a dumb, two-dimensional housefrau.
Oh, rubbish.
It's true. I could see what Jerry saw in her. This woman, Sodder, is interesting. She reads, she cooks interestingly, they go to concerts.
Well, she has time.
So have I, but I've chosen not to use it. She didn't tell me about Jerry, she told me about myself. And it hurts.
What were you saying?
Look, what is it with you two? Well, a problem seems to be taking us over.
What's that mean?
Barry, living here like a lodger.
One night?
At a time. Look, I sort out Piggy Nichols for her. I take her up to town. You're always over there. Well, if you're not over there, you're off playing detective games, for God's sake. All right, I'm sorry for her. Of course I'm sorry. And I misjudged her. But there is a limit.
How long's this been going on?
Since it happened, I suppose.
Well, you never mentioned it. Why didn't you bring it up before?
Look, Jerry had a fling with another woman. His problem, their problem, not ours.
That's what killed them. Lack of communication.
Oh, suck of babble. You even sound like her.
Richard, when we were first married,
we
used to have a system. Never go to sleep without resolving our differences. It was a good system.
Look, I just don't want her troubles rubbing off on us. I like things the way they are. I want them to go on that way.
Then keep talking. Keep telling me what's going on in there.
All right. You ask me why bring it up now. Well, I think, and I'm not sure, but I think I might have seen Jerry.
Where?
On Ipswich Station. The train was pulling out and it looked like him standing on the platform.
You're not certain?
No, he was a long way off.
Oi, I don't think you heard me. I asked for another half of bitter.
You're not getting it. Not in here, Sonny.
I know my rights. I'm over age. I'd like another half, please.
I told you before, you've had enough.
One half of bitter.
Oh, yes, in here. But what did you have earlier on? Now, look, Sonny, you're smashed. So be a good lad and shove off.
So you won't serve me?
No way.
We appear to have reached a deadlock here.
That's right. So will you kindly shove off?
I want to see the manager.
All right, we'll see the manager. But first we'll see the police, hear what they have to say.
Excuse me, would you like me to sort this out?
Do you, know him, madam?
Know him? I've come to collect him.
Oh, well, it'd be handy if you could,
I'm sure you don't want any bother with the school.
No, not really.
Spend a lot of money in here, don't they?
True enough.
OK, let's go and have our picnic, Adrian. Like we planned, yes? Thank you very much.
Not another.
Another. Finish it. Go on, get it down, you. All of it. You're a prize twit, aren't you?
Thanks.
You're no more drunk than I am. You're stoned. Stick your hand out. Would have taken the police 10 seconds. What was it, speed?
You're pretty knowing for a wrinkly.
Well, look at you. You've got the shakes, you can't walk straight, talk straight, your lips are licked raw. You stink of it.
Apart from that, you love me.
Who are you trying to impress?
Not my dad, that's for sure.
What's wrong with your dad?
I bore him.
Behave like this, you'd bore anybody.
You're young Reynolds' mum, aren't you?
Mm.
I don't have a mum.
How old are you, Adrian?
18. Well, outside the pubs, 17.
When I was 19, I didn't have a mum or a dad. It's no use feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't help. What was it you took?
Some stuff one of the girls had, something to burn off weight.
You got any more?
No.
Honest?
I took them all before I left school.
How come they didn't notice?
Private study in the library.
Some study.
Was it you into drugs?
No, my brother.
What happened to him?
Well, today he's a rather stuffy architect with 2 smashing daughters who give him hell. Go on, tuck in.
I rather admire young Reynolds. Jason, isn't it? He's had a lot to handle recently, so the grapevine says.
Yeah.
If I'd have been him, I'd have been speeding weeks ago. Makes you think, though. About yourself, I mean. Sometimes when I look ahead, I get scared.
Hello, old son. Alison, I thought I'd missed you.
And I thought you weren't coming at all.
How are you?
Not so bad, thanks.
Weren't you supposed to have lunch at school?
Officially?
Don't they check?
Not today. Demob happy.
It's a phrase I hope you never live to understand. Where's your boy?
Jason, he said he'd be free at 2:30.
I didn't realise that you two knew each other.
Well, we, sort of met the first time I came up, remember? And then today, well, we, just got talking.
I didn't expect you. I thought it would be your driver.
Day in the country. Why not?
Doesn't usually make a difference.
Am I that predictable? Sorry. Traffic was impossible getting out of London. Adrian, you look as though you haven't been to bed for a week.
Swatting.
Really?
Well, some of the time.
Have you eaten, Tony?
Thank you. Anything arranged for half-term?
Cricket at Colchester on Monday. The usual half-term chores. Have you anything organised, Adrian?
Just dot around, I suppose.
Seems to be the norm these days.
Yes, I can feel Jason beginning to tug in that direction.
Excuse me.
See you, Gav.
You look radiant.
I think the word's windswept.
What's it all about, then?
I tell, you don't.
I can't promise.
Trust me.
All right.
He'd taken some pills. Amphetamines, nothing too dangerous.
Incident number 2, I might have guessed. When's number 3?
No, he promised.
Oh, he spent his life making promises.
Not to me, he hasn't. He seems to be in awe of you, Tony.
Oh, come on.
I think he's terrified of failing you.
Why? I mean, it's not as if I'd asked the impossible or bullied him into being something that he isn't.
No, but we're all different. We're not all of us competitors.
Okay. I'll stay mum.
You're getting good advice. Experienced advice. Yes, I stopped wearing it. I don't feel married anymore. Jerry is alive and well and getting his act together, if that's the phrase.
And you?
Feeling of relief, surprisingly. I thought over what you said at lunch. I have had to go back, to go forward, and now I'm on the move.
No need to tell me. I can see. I think we should continue your musical education.
From where we left off?
Perhaps, little Mozart?
Who's, bringing Adrian back after half-term?
No idea. Why?
Well, I'll be bringing Jason.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I'll bring Adrian. And I'll make sure that the cellar's well stocked with champagne.
Good.
Nice lady.
That sounds dangerously like approval.
You look cosy. Too cosy to interrupt.
It's the swatting, Adrian. It's doing you good. You fit.